Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And today we're gonna do St. Patrick's nails. I've got my decorations ready so we can just get it all put together. There is glitter, there is nail stamping, there is water decals, but you're not gonna see how I prepare any of them in this video because I've already done it and we have plenty of videos that do show that stuff. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is put down our base colors, and the theme of this is green and gold and black. Let me know, do you do holiday themed nails? Are you doing St. Patrick's Day nails? And if so, what kind of vibe do you like to do for St. Patrick's Day nails? What beautiful colors we have here. And I actually think for the most part they're opaque enough that they're not going to need a second coat, which is fantastic. I do need to let them dry though, and then we will top coat them in because we have to do our top coat before we start adding the decorations. So I'll be right back when it's time for that. All right, let's go in and put some thick, sturdy, quick dry top coat. We definitely want to use this to create a hard shell on top of our base color. That way, if we make any mistakes, we can likely correct them without ruining the entire nail, but also so that we have a nice smooth surface to apply our decorations, and we don't have to worry about it ruining the paint that we're trying to stick it to because it's still wet. You can put as many layers of top coat as you need because this is nail polish, and so it does all kind of just stick together. All right, so we'll give that a minute to dry and then it'll be decoration time. Alrighty. These are dry to touch, so we are able to proceed. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. Yes, look how beautiful. So I think we'll start with this nail and just work our way over as per the usual. So for this one, we're using these fancy little sequins. And to apply them, we're gonna use this sticky base coat. So I'm just gonna go in and throw a layer of this on here. It dries a little bit slowly, thankfully, so it'll give me a moment to work. And then getting a hold of these with these tweezers is its own challenge, but we're able to put them on here and just push them down. I've already pre-curved them, which I don't know if the reel about that has posted yet or not, but if not, it's coming. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to show you how I curve sequins and chunky glitters. So that they lay flat on the nail. There we go. That looks fantastic, and as you can see, they are flat, so you don't have to worry about it sticking out. Now this guy, we're gonna do a little bit of stamping over here, and I'm gonna use this sticky base coat. It's a different one. I don't know why they're different, but this is the one I like to use for stamping. You wait about 30 seconds for this one to get a little bit dry and tacky. And that way it gives your stamps something to grip onto so they'll peel off the stamper. When you're ready to test and see if it's dry enough, I like to go in on the very edge and just barely touch it. That way if it's not ready, we're not messing things up. And I can tell this one's not ready because it's still too sticky. You want it to be almost dry, but still wet enough that the sticky is there. There we go. I just waved it for a few more seconds and it's better. Let me turn it over, we're gonna go in like this. The first stamp we're gonna put on here is this pot of gold at the bottom. I'm gonna try not to get my head in the way. Perfect. And then I have an assortment of coins. So let's start by putting this big one up here at the top. I've kind of got them like they're falling. There we go. We've got all of our coins and our pot. This one looks different because it's backed in black and the others are backed in white. But the way that that stamp was designed, it picked up the gold instead of the outlines for me to fill in, so it is what it is. All right, now for this guy, we're gonna put down a little bit of glitter first. So for that, we're coming back to the sticky base coat, and we'll just throw us a layer of that on. And then I've got this ombre brush that I dipped in the base coat so I can pick up these glitters, and we'll just dab some on here. Spread them out a little bit. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Nothing too wild. And then you just want to kind of make sure that you pat them down. That way they're laying smooth. And then on top of those, I've got this little leprechaun fellow. I'm actually gonna turn it over and look at it like this. I'm horrible at getting these on straight. It's not bad. I think I might have got it straight. What do you think? Is it cute? I think it is. Now for this one, we're just gonna do a full cover of clovers. Of course, that requires a sticky layer. And again, this is the one that takes about 30 seconds. Yeah, that's dry enough. I'm also gonna have to turn this one over to try and get it all the way on there. All right, that looks cute. I struggle with these full cover stamps because oftentimes my nails are too long. Like that one just barely fit and I had to kind of stretch it down, but I think it looks great. Last but not least, we have this one, and we have these 3 water decals that I have already prepared and painted the backs white so that they are opaque and they don't turn invisible when I apply them. They will also, of course, require something sticky. So let's get these put on here. I gotta look down the barrel of it to make sure I'm putting them on the right direction. Ah, no, that one fell off. Don't stick down. There we go. Phew. Saved it. This guy decided it wanted to roll up. I don't know why, but I do not want it rolled up. I'm gonna try and clean it up. Ugh, there's too much glitter bits. Get out of here, glitter bits. I guess we'll be keeping them. Great. My cleanup brush is on its last leg. You can probably tell. But I'm just going around and kind of melting the little plastic lining that's around the water decals to blend in. The base coat that we put on before we put these down is what is giving it the protection to do this without taking the paint off. But now that we've got all that on here, we're gonna go in with this aqua topper and cover everything. That way we don't ruin it when we go in and top coat again. These guys don't really need an aqua topper because they're glitter. They'll be fine. But the painted art, transfer foil art, water decals, all of those things, they do need to be protected, because if you go in with a regular top coat straight over that, not only is it going to melt it a little bit, which increases your chances of it getting smeared or blurry, but whenever it dries, it kind of shrinks and it can crack your art, and you don't want that. So using a water-based top coat to protect it first is going to prevent all of that from being a problem. And it does take a little bit longer for this to dry, but it's worth the wait, and it's not your final top. Once you get this part dry, you still go in with your regular top coat to finish everything off. So I'm going to let these dry, and then we'll come back and put on some more of that Sèche Vive, and then we're going to mattify a couple of them with Sèche Matte. Okay, let's get to top coating these. So pretty. Now this one, I don't know if you can tell, but I can. So the Aqua Topper, because it's water-based, it takes a longer time to dry, as I was saying, but if it's not completely dry and you go in with your regular top coat, it creates like this barrier. And so the Aqua Topper is turning cloudy underneath here, which is not a problem because it is going to turn back clear. Yeah, you can see it when it dries. So when the nail polish dries and the fumes evaporate, they're going to pull that moisture out, and so that is going to turn back clear. So if this happens to you, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. In a few hours, it'll look like it was never there. So here's what I've decided, because there's so much glittery on here, I don't want to ruin it all. I'm going to use a detail brush, and I'm going to mattify this guy and the little pieces of decoration over here so that the background stays sparkly. And then this nail, we're going to do a full matte. This guy, I'm going to leave shiny, but I'm actually going to do another layer of shiny top coat once this one is dry, just to try and smooth out some of that light line unevenness. And this one, I might even put another layer as well, just because the more magnification, the more sparkly those are. But let's start our mattifying. So this would be how you get two different finishes when you do nail stamping. There's not really a way to put your base finish down and then put your stamping down and then also be able to protect it, because you do have to top coat all of it in. And so if you want, let's say, a matte base and then shiny stamps, when you go in to finish everything off, you're going to make your matte background shiny. So you would have to do everything, then top coat it in, and then mattify the whole thing, and then go back with your detail brush and make the parts you want shiny back shiny. Or, as in reverse, get it all done, get it all top coated in and shiny, and then go back with your detail brush and mattify the parts that you want matte. It's not my favorite process, but it is how you've got to do it in order to be able to protect your art and also achieve your desired result. There we go. And then the easiest one, of course, is just a full matte nail. Alright, and then I'm going to let those dry, and then I'll come back and I will show you what they look like. We'll look at some photos and then we'll wrap it up. Alright, so here's what we've got. Look at that glisten. Let's turn it over. Okay, now you can see. Look how cute that is. I love the reflective glitter in this one. And the matte on this one makes the clovers easier to look at, and that gold also kind of looks like it's glowing. And then mattifying the details on these makes those easier to look at without taking away from the sparkle. This one still has a cloudy spot, but it's on its way to clearing. I like it. Super simple, super easy, but also looks like it took a whole bunch of time. Really cute. I'm going to go ahead and insert some photos here though. I'll take them a few hours in advance so that that cloudy spot has had time to clear. Let me know, what do you think of these St. Patrick's Day nails, and which nail design tool do you like the best? Is it the nail stamping? Is it the sequins? Is it the water decals? Which one do you personally prefer doing when doing your own nail art? Or do you hand draw everything? I wish I had the skill to do so. Definitely do check out my description box. I have links down there for different brands as well as discount codes for some of them. I have links to my socials. Make sure you're following those. I post things over there sometimes that I don't necessarily post over here. And make sure that you are subscribed so that you're not missing my content. Please do consider joining the membership. There are a couple of levels available with different exclusive perks. If any of those are something that you're interested in, I would love to have you. You're greatly appreciated for your support. And if you have any suggestions on what kind of content you would like to see on my channel, or what kind of themes you would like me to do, or even products that you would like me to try out or show, definitely let me know about that as well. But that's it. This was a short and simple video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a clover emoji if you made it to the end. And thank you again for watching my video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.